We're back, or I'm back. My reviews of Sister Wives are back. So season 17 ended in, I think, January, and it's been a couple of months, and we're waiting for season 18 to come out. So I thought, I'll go. This is a good opportunity for me to get up to speed on all the seasons I haven't watched. So I went onto Reddit and I said, hey, where should I start? What are the important episodes for me to see? And most people pointed to season 1, said, hey, you need to get a foundation and sort of watch how the family has evolved. So tonight, Allison and I sat down and we were going to do a watch with us of episode 1 of season 1 from the very beginning. And I will tell you, we had really good intentions, but season 1, episode 1 is not as good. It's not as interesting. There's not the same drama that there is in season 17. So Allison faded about halfway through. I was fading. I didn't have much to say. So here's my global take. I thought the family seemed actually pretty healthy, right? Season 1, episode 1, there was no Robyn in the picture. The family has been together. I think the couples have been together for 16 years. The oldest kid is 15 years old, and it's like a pretty cohesive family unit. There's certainly things like dynamics that are happening that you can see have turned bad. But if you just took a snapshot of the family in the very first episode, I would tell you they looked pretty happy. I thought that Kody was cheerful. I thought he was an engaged father. I thought it's amazing how much more effort he put into being a husband back then than he does now. He says a couple of things that I think that stood out to me. The first is he said, if I don't do a good job circulating with the wives, they will get jealous, and I don't want that. And so he goes out of his way to make sure that he is staying in a different house, or a different bedroom rather, every single night. He makes an effort at least once a week to go out on a single date with each individual wife. Like there's a concerted. In the morning he gets up and he circulates and says hi to everybody. It's like a really warm. To me, he feels warm and supportive. He even says when he's being interviewed that he really believes in marrying for love, which is interesting because if you watch season 17, he's really clear about not having married Christine for love. He married Christine for the status in the family. He married Christine because she was royalty. He married Christine because he was hoping Christine would help resolve the friction between Janelle and Meri. Like all these reasons that weren't love. But at the start of the show, that was the message, that was the value that he espoused. So if I had watched the show then and I had been asked to react to it, I would not, if I'm honest, I would not have been able to pick out any kind of problem in how the family functions. The truth is, the only genuine thought I had is that the wives seemed pretty limited as far as their perspectives, right? Two of them, Meri and Christine, grew up in this faith. It's kind of all that they've known, and it feels a little bit to me like they're participating in this kind of a relationship because they've just seen nothing else. Which makes me feel like I think that's part of what happened as far as breaking up the family is this show, the advent of social media, took over and these women got exposed to something other than this lifestyle with Kody. Now, because I know what happens, I will also tell you that you can see cracks in the foundation, or you can see the cracks in the foundation and you can sort of see where they've ended. So the first is, to me, it felt very clear that Kody was by far the most invested in the relationship with Robyn. Like this is the episode where he's going to tell everybody, I want to go and court Robyn. And the kids are saying, a lot of the older kids are saying, hey, this is going to be pretty weird.
Mariah, what do you think?
It's kind of weird, but I like her. And I like her kids a lot.
Okay.
What's weird about it to you?
We've all grown up together, and so we're adding more kids and another mom. And so it's just going to be different for a little while, but I'll get used to it.
Some of the wives are saying, it's going to be odd. We're going to have to work through it, but I'm okay with it. And Kody is like, he could not be more excited to drive 4 hours to meet with her, leaving his family at home in an effort to pursue this new relationship. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, I didn't realize until watching this first episode how much of an age gap there is between Robyn and the other wives, right? She's about 10 years younger. She also is entering this relationship after 16 years. Like I'll think about it this way. There's a lot of research saying that open marriages have the same success rate as far as ending in divorce as monogamous marriages do. If the couple enters the relationship with the idea of having an open marriage. If people are aligned from the start, it can work. But if you go 10 years down the road and one person goes, hey, I'd like to have an open marriage, and pushes the other person into it, that's a recipe for disaster. And that's a little bit what this feels like. It feels like Kody's saying, 16 years in, hey, 3 wives, I want to add another one. And they're all like, okay, I guess so. You're kind of bolting Robyn on, you're bolting on her 3 kids, when this is already a functioning family as it is. And so it just, I can see from the start that she's not entering on solid footing. The other related piece to that is that the wives mention that if you bring in a sister wife that is focused on the man and not the family, it will destroy the family. And in many ways, I think that's what happened. So it's interesting. I wish I could say, oh, if I had watched this, I could have predicted that this would end in a disaster. I don't think I could have. But since I know where it goes, you can look at it and go, the way Robyn's being brought on is a problem. The way Kody is so quick to dismiss the wives and dissenting opinions, that's a problem. The current sister wives' level of perspective on the world around them, I think, is also a problem. So if you go back and watch it, please let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for listening.